You join us as we continue our lovely journey along Britain's prettiest shortcut, the Crinan Canal. We start locking down towards Ardrishaig basin in search of some sunnier weather. Eventually the sun does come out and we head out into Loch Fyne in search of quiet anchorages and to admire the incredible Scottish scenery and wildlife. Full disclosure, there may be a cafe stop as well. We hope you enjoy the journey and leave us a comment about places you think we should visit next.
So here's a map. We locked in here and spent a couple of days in Crinan Canal Basin. This morning we've made our way along through a couple of swing bridges. We've gone through Lochs, then Canal, and we're heading down this section now, heading towards another swing bridge. We're hoping to get down to the basin at Ardrishaig. We've had a fairly good transit so far, fairly quiet. There's only been traffic going in one direction apart from in one point where we swapped between two locks. In case you're interested, we have been getting down to 0.6 metres under our keel. 0.4. Oh, apparently 0.4 has been the lowest. And we're doing about 4.3 knots through the water. We have a 2 metre keel. We sit at about 210 when we are in fresh water, not salt water, so that makes a bit of a difference, but we are definitely quite close to the bottom.
It's a lovely sunny morning, which is quite rare, so we've decided to go to Loch Gilhead on the lovely towpath that is adjacent to the canal. Thanks for watching, and if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Look at this massive mushroom. We just found him on the towpath. Look how big that is compared to my hand. Down on the bridge. We're going to head off. And we're going to walk a little bit further. We've done enough on the towpath. We're actually heading down this track where this white car's just come up to get to Loch Gilhead. We thought we might like to see the swing bridge. Very pretty. These are all operated for you on your way through. Here we are at Murray Smoke Products. These guys smoke salmon for Selfridges, so obviously we've bought some for our breakfast. We found this little bistro in Loch Gilhead. It's got some really great reviews, so we thought we'd pop inside and get some lunch. So how's the soup then, babe? What do you think?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Really nice, really delicious. Mine is my absolute favourite. Minestrone, delicious. So this has been our berth in the Ardrishaig basin. We've got lovely blue skies today. We've been lucky enough to get alongside where we got power. There's no water. We're not quite sure why, but the tap doesn't work. We are about to lock out today. So we've got to go through this swing bridge into the final lock, which is the sea lock, and then we're out into Loch Fyne. Not quite sure where we're going to go. I think we're going to go out and see what the wind's like and make a decision when we get there. I'm actually managing breakfast before we leave. Getting so hungry. This is what our morning looks like on board. I don't know what Alan's actually doing. I think he's getting ready the logbook to go out today.
Getting the logbook out.
Getting the logbook out. He's not going to look at the camera today. He doesn't want to see you, obviously. That's what it is. You know, it's
Refusing to speak to the camera.
Yeah, refusing.
That's it. Falling out with that camera.
Well, that's it. I'm coming round now.
Trying to
There we
work
are.
the magic. Oh, hello. I fancy
Say
seeing
good
you
morning
again.
now. Yeah. He's obsessed with his tea this morning. Second cup already.
Delish.
Well, delicious breakfast sandwiches are served.
They are nice. We're leaving the Crinan. We're now in Loch Fyne. We've had a lovely passage through the Crinan. Really, oh hello, there's dolphins. There's a pot of dolphins over there.
No.
Well, they look quite small actually. Can you see them?
No porpoises, maybe.
See them? I think they're feeding. Shouldn't go too close. Sorry, sorry, Tisha's waxing lyrical about the dolphins, but you can't hear her. Yeah, they look like they're feeding, I think. But anyway, we're leaving. We're making our way down Loch Fyne. We're going to an anchorage tonight. It's predicted to be very calm tonight, so we're going to anchor off. There's more ahead of us. Look. We had a lovely sail down the Crinan. Oh, well, not sail. We motored obviously down the Crinan. Made brilliant progress. We were with a boat that had taken a pilot, so she was going ahead and opening the locks and taking lines, and then the staff who were also manning the locks were really helpful. So we had a brilliant passage, really. We did it in 5 hours, 6 hours maybe, and then we've just had a couple of nights in the Ardrishaig basin. Apologies for the butchering the pronunciation. And had a lovely time. We can't quite believe the sun's shining and there's virtually no wind, so we're just making hay while the sun shines, really. But what's amazing is how many dolphins there are.
Oh.
They're just absolutely everywhere. Always cheer us up, don't they?
Always do. Passage is going really well. It's really, really lovely to have some sunshine. We can't believe how hot we are. We're just not acclimatised to this weather anymore. We've gotten used to the wind and the rain and the cold, but now it's hot. It's basically hot. We're doing 5.4 knots over the ground. There is absolutely no wind, so there is no point us getting our sails out. We have got about an hour to go to get to an anchorage. We're heading for a little anchorage near a marina called Port of Ardee. So we're going to have a little sneak in there, check it out, and if we've got a good holding, we're going to stay there overnight. So we're coming up on the anchorage now that we're hoping to go in. There's one boat in there, you can just see the masts. You can see these sort of little islands on the outside, so we're going round those into the sort of south part of the entrance, and then we'll tuck up in there. Hopefully there's room in there behind them for us. So we're on anchor. We're here all by ourselves. Nobody else here. It's quite calm. It's very peaceful. Can't hear anything except birds. Lovely. And you can see we are sort of sheltered behind a set of islands or a reef. Some of it covers at high water, and then you can see quite a bit of it now uncovered. The wind is heading straight onto the nose. It's only very light. As you can see, the water's very still, so we should have a really peaceful night. The skipper is just checking out tides and things for tomorrow, so we may well move tomorrow. Well, we're off this morning. We are, I think, going to head to Milport. We have got our tablet on Navionics at the moment because of all the alarms that our GPS keeps throwing up. It blocks the screen and you can't see where you're going. At the moment, this morning, this intermittent fault is not happening. We seem to be working pretty okay. The conditions were quite good last night. A tiny bit of swell was coming in this morning, making it a bit rolly. So we're heading out this way. Visibility is not as good as yesterday, but it's still good. We can't see much of the Isle of Arran, which was very prominent yesterday. We're going to go and have a look out here, see what the sea state looks like, and then choose a fixed destination. So we're thinking either Tarn or Milport. So yesterday we were heading off to Milport, but the wind was completely in the wrong direction when we got out there. It was nothing like the forecast, and actually it was about 20 knots on the nose, so we decided there wouldn't be much fun in that, and the place itself wouldn't be protected with the wind shift being so big. So we decided we'd come into Port of Ardee, so we turned around and come back into here, and we've got this nice berth. It's a really nice place. It's an old quarry that's been filled with water. It was built for another purpose, building oil rigs, I believe, but now it's been converted to a marina. There is a lovely spa up there if you come in, but we've stayed one night, got some fuel, got some water and bits and pieces, and now we're off out. We're hoping to get to Tarn. Here we are, I've slipped the berth. We were on B, but the entrance is rather narrow. It's very calm and still in here. The skipper is carefully navigating us around the end of this pontoon, and then we're going to come up on the entrance, which is, I don't know, it's probably about 10 metres wide. It's not big. You get through okay, but you can definitely see some movement on the water on the outside. So there's wind out there and there's no wind in here. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think once we get lined up, we'll put a bit of power on to account for that current. So we're approaching the entrance now. There's a yacht just coming in. As we're coming out, we're closest to the entrance, so we're going to get priority here. But you really get a sense of how narrow this is. It's quite a nice stop here, though. I've really enjoyed it. We were enjoying cups of tea in the sunshine yesterday. Such lovely weather. It was really nice to sit on deck and not be in the rain. So that's it. We're out. That's the entrance. Not very big at all. And here's the yacht waiting to come in. Goodbye, Portavardi. Goodbye. We are just heading up the west Kyle of Bute. It's calmed down. We did have 23 knots out there. It was a bit wild. We just sailed with our jib out because it was very gusty and the wind was very fluky and kept changing direction. Alan is now on the helm, looking marvellous. Behind us there's a boat that's going the other way. He's just turned, put his sail up and is now sailing out. There's not much wind in here, thank goodness. It's dropped from the 20, well, it's been a constant 4-6. We've had 26 knots. And now, what is the wind now?
11, 10.
11 or 10 knots, so this is much better. So we're going to pick up a buoy in here. We seem to have plenty of shelter. And then enjoy the rest of our day. This is Tarn. There's Seagull over there. We're on a 5 West Cafe's mooring buoy. So we're hoping that the cafe's still open and we're going to pop over and get a tea and a cake, as is customary here, to help them pay for their mooring. There is this landing pontoon. It is somewhat rickety and wobbly, but it's not overly bad. I think you can actually bring a boat alongside here, but we wouldn't feel good doing that. So we come in the dinghy. Well, the cafe's open. We've got tea, we've got cakes. All is good. It's fantastically decorated. Look at this. Lots of fun. Oh, look at Seagull. She's huge behind that dinky little yacht. We came in down here this morning. So this is the Carls of Bute, and tomorrow we're leaving in this direction. What's it called at the top? The Burnt Isles?
Burnt Isles.
Yeah, we're going to go through the Burnt Isles and perhaps to a marina. We've been awake now for about half an hour, and the sun, as you can see, is burning through this mist. And the tops have come into focus. We've got these glorious shadows of the hills in the water. And this lovely atmospheric mist still. It's so still. It's just been like sleeping on land on this mooring buoy. 2 nights so far, and we're going to stay a bit longer, I think. It's just so nice. But there are a few very local buoys nearby that we can stay on as well. So maybe we might move half a mile or a mile and pick up a different one. This is the village of Gilhead, where we are. It's a beautiful morning.